Hello. Can you guys hear me? Well, there's no one in the chat right now, so. Oh, that's great. Not amazing, but it's what it is. But welcome to another day of training with CoachEmbark. We got squats today. Um, kind of a lower body specific day. As people join chat, if they do join chat, I'll probably go a little bit more in depth with this. But what we got today is working up to a set of 3 sets of 3 on the safety bar squat. So this bar right there. I forgot I needed to go to this screen. Whoopsies, I'm bad at this. But yeah, so we're squatting on the safety bar today. Give my shoulders some rest with back squats. Do a little bit more, have a little more torque on the old shoulder joint and elbows and everything like that. So this just gives it a rest before we go heavy again next week on the barbell back squat. So we're doing that, and then hopefully I should have set it up before I started streaming, but the plan's to do some yoke walks. We'll see. I don't know how heavy I go on that right now. It's just whatever weight I'm feeling. I did about 180 kilo or 200 kilos last week, I think. So probably aim for around that much ish. It's kind of the goal. We'll see. And following that up, it's just some, we're going to do front foot elevated reverse lunges. So that'll be interesting for me, at least. I haven't done those in a while. Don't do them very often, but feeling all right today. Got my food in, but got some tightness in my ab. We'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Squats are always a unique challenge to have. I'll get over to the barbell eventually. See how the old body holds up today. It's been in an interesting mood. Where I'm at, we had a storm roll through, and that woke me up real quick last night. So didn't get the. I slept for my allotted or attempted 7 to 8 hours, but I was up off and on throughout that. Oh no, my favorite pair of weightlifting shoes is starting to come apart. That's not good. We're gonna have to get the Gorilla Glue out and fix it in a bit. Got any additional viewers? If you're in chat, say hi. It's great to have you if you're here. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can get a few more follows going on and see where things go from there. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Chat is working. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I guess that's the more important thing is can you hear me? Oh. Yeah, I can see it. I should probably have my phone turned on to Twitch as well and get the extra. I don't know if that counts as another viewer, but who knows? Whew. Get out of here. Well, we're squatting, so we'll see how it goes. I said earlier at the start, I don't think there was anyone in here though, but working up for a triple. 3 sets of 3 is the plan. This is a pretty boring week when it comes to program. Just 3 exercises, so it's kind of similar to the deadlift day. If you watch that, not a lot of movements, but it's 3 sets of 3 at I'm doing 135 kilograms today on the safety squat bar. After that's done, those have about, we're probably going to be resting 5 to 7 minutes depending on how much it takes out of me. Hopefully I can get the yoke set up and we can do some yoke walks in and out of the garage. Don't know how heavy we'll go on that, and then finish up with the accessory of the day, which is going to be front foot elevated reverse lunge. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to do my first set or warm up set for my squats and just continue on from there and see how it goes. Okay. Whew. That is feeling a little stiffy today. I don't know about this. This could be interesting. That didn't feel the greatest. I didn't adjust the camera. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. I'll do another one. Don't worry. We'll get both going. I'll go do a second. I should do another warm up rep anyways. Oh. Felt iffy, felt all right, but I've got a chronic issue right here in my low back. I tore it, my glute med way back in the day, so it still kind of gives me some trouble. And I'm still kind of feeling the deadlifts, not too much. It doesn't feel bad at all, but I can definitely tell there's a little something going on there. Not really the biggest fan of that, so take it easy, and I'll be right back over there. Hopefully it didn't look too shabby. How's everyone's day going so far? What up, Bort? Ooh, cleaning, yeah. That's part of the gig, from what I hear. So for the people who weren't here when I was explaining, we're squatting on this guy's called a safety squat bar. So it's a little easier on the shoulders, which is really good for me personally, because since I'm doing more pressing, it pisses my shoulders off quite a bit. So this kind of takes them up, or takes it off. And if you are squatting, I do what's called like a medium or low bar squat when I use a barbell. And that naturally also puts a lot of pressure on your shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist. So kind of throwing this in every once in a while throughout the program when I'm trying to train is very, very important, because it takes the stress off those other joints, which is really, really nice. But then also, because of the design of the bar, you can kind of see it is curved in, it's cambered just a little bit. So it pitches the weight in front of you. So at the same time, it makes it a harder variation of a squat. You can't do quite as much weight on it, but it trains your core and torso and upper back a lot more than a normal squat would. So I did these at the very, very start of my program, the first 4 weeks of 12, to help kind of build the foundation. And now they are kind of on the back off weeks. They've been going all right. The ones I did last week were 127 and a half kilos. And the goal today is 135 for 3 sets of 3. So we're going to see how it goes, see how it's feeling. The first 2 sets when I was doing them last week didn't feel, or 2 weeks ago, they didn't feel too bad. So I'm hopeful that these ones move all right and that it's not a pain in the ass and that my body wants to die. So we're warming up. We're doing singles. So I'm just going to do 1 rep, conserve my energy for that set of 3, because it should be a challenging-ish set of 3, hopefully, depending on how everything's feeling. No, I'm doing 3 sets of 3 today, Bill. 3 sets of 3. Heavy single was last week. We'll see how this guy moves. Adjust camera. Yep. I don't know if I'm going deep enough. Feels really tight. So hopefully the next set or so feels a little bit better. At least I would appreciate that. We'll see. We'll see. Ooh, we got a few more viewers. That's nice. Comment. Get everybody commenting. There's something that says I need to have like 5 conversations going at one time. So comment to your wildest dreams. But got a couple minutes to rest, and we'll see how this set moves. I'm a little worried about it. A little worried, but we'll see. Whew. That woke the back up. That woke it up. That was good. Who all we got? Anyone new? Or we got our normals? What's the rest of the night look like for people? Anyone got fun plans for Wednesday? I got personal training session after personal training session, so it'll be fun. All good. Ah, ah. Well, yeah, it's not too bad right now, but I know it's supposed to start raining again, I think. The trains are coming by, guys. The trains are here. They're getting us. They're coming for us. Help me. Well, nope. I don't want that. That is not what the train means. Also, definitely not on squat day. It would not kick in time. All right. Come on. There we go. All right. Got like very little motivation right now in my body. I don't really know what's going on. I think it's because I ate too close to when I'm training. So here we go. I knew it. I knew I forgot to tilt down. Third rep hit, and I just knew I'd forgotten something. Ah, damn. Oh, whew. A little lightheaded there. All right. 5-7 minutes. That's what we got here. Well, did they at least look good from the top down, or the top portion of the squats? Whew. Heart rate is going. It is working. She's a working. I don't like that. Calm down, bud. All right. I'll make sure I tilt down again next time. I won't mess it up. If you guys are new to the chat or not following me, give me that follow. We're making our way to right now. I think the goal's my small goal's 20, and I think I'm either 1 or 2 away from that. The big goal is 50. So working our way there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate that. Thanks. And again, it's squat day. So I just did my first set of 3. It moved. I forgot to tilt the camera, so sorry about that. I'll do it next time. And hello, Bilbo Bagbins. How are you doing today? Bilbo, if my squats don't go well today, it's because I moved those couches yesterday. It's what I'm going to blame it on. And how can you become stronger? Well, sir, you're on the highway to strength, coming to a certain CoachEmbark's garage at least once a week. So I think you got a good start. Toot my own horn there. But also, if you are, basically PRs. Basically, I don't think first off, I don't think anyone's ever just lifted a 1,000 kilo object. So that's real impressive. But if you want a general for, hey, how can I become stronger? Start small and get used to it. Dip your fingers into working out. Don't go crazy. Let your body get used to it, and then slowly build your way up. And is it? Well, wait, where is he at? It is. Sup, Garf? He's there. Whew, my heart rate's finally starting to come back down, guys, so that's good. It's only been 4 minutes of my 5 to 7, so we'll give it a little bit longer before we hop back in there and see how it goes. If you're paying attention, when I do my next squat set, someone should clip it so I can watch it back and see how poorly I do. But hopefully, don't say that. Please don't. Don't copyright me. We hashtag Garfield for life. Hashtag he's our savior. Will that do? Are we safe? Whew. Whew-wee. That's heavy. It's not really heavy. I've been much stronger than this, and that frustrates me. So working our way back, though. Working our way back up. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Whew. About another minute, and we'll hop on back underneath the old bar. So this is a good example. I talked about it a little bit on Sunday when we did deadlifts, but rest periods are super important, especially if your goal is to build absolute strength. So kind of your top 1 rep, as heavy as you can possibly go. You need that rest so your body can recover and be ready for it to perform more work. If you don't do enough rest, it's going to be harder to produce as much power and force. So very, very important. Get your rest in. Usually, if you're doing most basic exercises, like 1 to 2 minutes between sets is good, or rounds or whatever you're doing. But the second you get into higher intensity or heavier loads, so closer to your 1 repetition max, you're going to want to extend that time out between sets. So each time you are doing, this isn't a maximal load, but it's close enough. So I want to recover so I can get more work in, which in turn will just build up on top of each other. And then your maximum load should increase down the line when you test it later. Okay. It's time to tilt. Nope, that way. There we go. We'll try to center the camera up. All right. Here we go. Oh, Jesus. Whew. That was hard, guys. Did not feel great. Oh, very tight. Very, very, very tight. It's almost like I deadlifted really heavy on Sunday. Ooh. I'm going to clip it. We're going to watch it. Mute it. Well, I went deep enough. Better on rep 2 and rep 3, it looks like. Whew. Ugh. Yeah, it's just right now it's just a nice little something going on right here. Not pain, but it definitely, I don't know how to describe it really. It's trainable. Just got to be wary of it. That's the word I want. Yep, all the squats. Oh, we're up to 7, according to my thing. 7 viewers. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Go ahead, throw a comment in there. That's always fun. Let's mess with the statistics. But good to have you here if you're new. If you're a returner, welcome again. I'm trying to squat and not die. So we got one more set. I actually have no idea when I performed that last squat. So, yeah. We'll figure it out. No, I haven't. I'm planning on hopefully playing it tomorrow at some point during the day. So if you want to see me be really, really bad at Elden Ring or trying to not be super bad at Elden Ring, tune into the Beer Hall podcast. That's here on Twitch as well, so go follow them. Then you'll see me struggle bussing, but trying to enjoy it while I do, which is the important part. My neighbors across the street keep looking into the garage wondering what the hell I'm doing, so that's exciting. Do you think that God could create an Elden Ring boss that even he couldn't beat? You know, probably. And then he just refuses to play the game. That's what it would be. He'd create a boss so good, no one could beat it, and then he just set it aside and said, I've done the Lord's work. Well, it's been about 4 minutes, so that's not making me very confident with how my body feels right now. So we'll see how it goes. Going to give it probably, I think it's 341 right now. I'll probably do this next one at 344, 345. And then we will strip the weights down from there, and we'll get the yoke out, and I'll do a couple sprints up and sprints in and out of the garage, and from there we'll do the old front foot elevated reverse lunge, which should be interesting. Tried it out last week. We're going to be on a higher block for the front foot, so it's going to be an interesting feeling trying to figure out how to move around and my balance and stuff. So you could see me biff it. Might be exciting, might be fun, who knows. But yep. The big and most important part of this right now is just making it. The squats are the main thing. Got to hit this last set of them, and then everything else I don't have to go crazy heavy on. With what my low back's feeling right now, I'll probably not go super heavy on the yoke walk. We'll see. It's just going to depend on how the first kind of run feels. So I'm doing 4 runs, I believe. Oh, only 3. That's nice. 3 runs of it. So I'll just do 3 sets of, or maybe one or 2 warm-ups, and then 3 sets of actual working sets of the yoke walk. So we'll get that set up. I don't know how well the camera is going to do because it's going to have to adjust to the light inside the garage to outside and so forth, so on. Ooh, that vein's popping today, isn't it? Look at that. I don't usually see that guy pop out. Whew. Vein gang. Is there any? I don't think I got any veins popping out on this arm. No, just this arm. I've never been called vascular in my life. Thank you, Bill. Because I'm not really. Just that one. It's because I'm wearing this. So this is a compression device. So I had mentioned earlier how I've got bad shoulders. So this kind of pulls your glenohumeral joint into position, kind of stabilizes it artificially, but it also pushes compression and pressure on some of that soft tissue around your shoulders. So I'm getting a little bit of blood flow restriction. That's why you'll see me kind of adjust it every once in a while to let it open up and breathe. But overall, due to my shoulder problems, I've got really tight bicep tendons. I'm doing a lot of therapy work on them to loosen them up, make them not be quite as painful. But this helps put pressure on them, which while I'm lifting and moving and doing things, really makes it feel better, which is nice. So probably one of the reasons my elbows are a little pissed off, or my shoulders and elbows are pissed off today, is when I bench pressed yesterday, I should have been wearing this and I wasn't. So I did my whole entire workout without it on, which it went fine. I did all my weights, but it definitely wasn't supposed to be that way. All right. Well, guys, here we go. Back to the rack. Oh. 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 Okay. Whew. A little lightheaded, team. A little lightheaded. Those felt deeper. I felt strong on them, but I had a lot more bracing, a lot more pressure in my body. So I'm a little lightheaded after that. So that was good. Let's see here. Yeah, that looked good. Yeah, I just had to get my breath back after that rep. Took a lot out of me, wore me out. Yeah, just had to. It's part of the game. But overall, that move, I'm satisfied with how that went. Especially when you take into account the deadlifts, stones, the really heavy back extensions we did on Sunday. So that's only 3 days out. So there's probably some still residual weakness there or fatigue. I was hoping to have it all recovered, but it held up, squatted it all right. So that's promising. The squat's been kind of the hardest thing for me to bring back as I've been kind of rebuilding things because the deadlift, my hip and stuff, and low back, usually I can get into a position where it doesn't bother it. The squat's the only one where as you're going into that deep seated position, trying to keep everything in line and stacked on top of each other, that muscle, the low back musculature does not want to, it's just so tight it doesn't want to open up and stretch. So there's just some discomfort and instability there that I've been working on bringing back in and getting better. It has been getting much better. For a while, I was avoiding squats completely because it just bothered that so much, which was not what I should have done. I just didn't want to hurt, so I didn't do them very often. But working them back in, overall pain levels have been significantly lower than they used to be. So that's a win in my book. All right, I gotta move some stuff real quick. We gotta put chairs back. Oh yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go, guys. Will it work? Hashtag sponsor me, Coors. We're going on an adventure, team. Woo. Now my knees are just sore. They're like, why'd you do that to us, man? Come on. The detriment of training in a garage gym, everyone, is that you've got to move a lot of stuff to be able to do all your movements. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know what to do about that. It's what it is. All right. So, again, we got yoke walks. So, plates are going to be loaded on this. I'm walking down to the end of my driveway space to where the alley starts. I'll set it down, turn it around, and walk it back. Walk is a general term for what I'm going to, or it's supposed to be a yoke run. I'm not going to be running. I'll try to move my feet as fast as they can move, but no promises on fast. Guys, someone tried to steal my spot. Who does he think he is?
Happy lifting, you having fun?
Having a blast.
Good.
So right now, guys, starting off this first run is going to be, this is about 140 kilos, those 308-ish pounds. So we're just going down and back. I'll hit that in just a second. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, how well it moves. If my body breaks underneath me, who knows? It's going to be interesting. But we got lawn care equipment in the way, so hopefully I don't biff it into a lawnmower. I probably should have picked it up and moved it, but it's what it is, guys. It's what it is. If I do this, does that help at all? I don't think it helped at all. Don't think it helped at all. Okay, my neighbors are about to be really confused with really loud noises and me running outside with this, but it's part of the game. Where did I set that down at? Right. Wish me luck. All right. That wasn't bad. Not bad at all. I don't know if you could see me all the way in the driveway. My guess is no, but it felt all right. So I'll take it. Probably not a smart idea, but I'm doing it anyways, guys. Whew. Ooh. See, you've clipped something else for me. See how it won't. It's not going to work, is it? I'm not going to see myself outside. Oh, and he is in. Oh, I guess it kind of shows it. Also, highly recommend don't do these in your Olympic weightlifting shoes. I am because I don't have another pair of shoes out here right now. So that was my mistake. X out of that. That moved better than I thought it did. So I'll take that win. I am. That does take a lot of energy from you. So if the main reasoning behind this right now is this is a good semi-conditioning exercise due to the cardiovascular sprinting nature of it. But at the same time, I'm not wearing the belt or any of that stuff right now, so no supportive equipment. So the nice thing about this is typically you can go much heavier on a yoke carry or anything like that because you're only standing it up a little bit than you can on like a squat of anything. So the good thing about this is my torso musculature, my abdominal musculature, hip and legs, shoulders, everything is underneath that heavier load. So the nervous system and that muscle tissue kind of, it's not the technical term or terminology for it, but it kind of adapts and learns what that load feels like. And you're also training all these stabilizing muscles. So when you go, to do a heavier deadlift or a heavier overhead press or anything like that, where you need a lot of inner core stability and just stabilization overall for your whole body, this trains it really, really well. It's teaching your body to stay stable and tight because if you don't, you can't walk with it. It's your body's just going to give out and you're going to just set it down and you're not going to be able to pick it back up. So it's a good way to train stability for your whole entire body pretty much. I should stop talking and see if I can do this one. I'll be back. That was heavier Oh, that was so slow. Ah, so slow, so slow. Jeez. Oh. Whew. Oh, shit. Shit, guys. I'm going to need a nap. One more set of these. We'll see what happens. Okay, that's not good. I think I just got a weight plate stuck on my yoke. Huh. Nope, not worth it. Nope. That's disappointing. Whew. All right, last set. We're gonna go just a weave it a bit heavier. See how it feels. And then when I'm done with that one, I'll let you know how heavy it was. Yeah, there's a lot of my left low back and left glute does not want to kind of engage as I'm doing those walks, so I'm not able to do my fast feet like I usually do. Just feels heavy. My feet feel heavy right now, which could be because it's a very heavy weight and I'm not wearing a belt or anything like that. So the belt helps out a ton when it comes to events like this because you have so much pressure and stability built in. It's the amount of weight you can do comparative is, I would say, a minimum 10-20% higher. And if you're really good at it and you know what you're doing, even you can probably get even more out of a belt. Ugh. Oh no, we've lost viewers. Such is life. I know. I'm not working out very fast. This is not a bodybuilder-esque type of training. That is not what I'm signed up for, and not what I want to do. So, if that's what you're looking for, no, thank you. I just try to lift heavy stuff and stay healthy and be in semi-shape and still enjoy, pizzas and burgers. So, all right. My neighbors are out. I just waved at them. All right, here we go. Hi, Ziggy. Oh. Oh. Holy hell, guys. That was heavy. It was really, really heavy. I'm really, really out of shape, I think. Jeez. We can adjust the camera, though. Back to proper lighting. Also, oh, I can take this guy off now. Woo-wee! Yeah, my shoulders just feel toast. Like, just exhausted. And my breathing is very, very labored right now. Okay. It's more or less a yoke waddle. Get there. I actually think I might have been faster than the last one. I'm not quite sure, though. Definitely am interested to see what I'd be able to do with a belt on and like actually fully kitted out trained, because this has just been an accessory lift for me lately. So the purpose is not to be fast at this, or the purpose isn't to do the most weight possible. It's just been kind of a conditioning and accessory exercise for my squats, my deadlifts, and my overhead presses. And it seems to be working out pretty well. So I'll take it. I'm happy with it. But, oh yeah, I was going to figure out how much that weighed, wasn't I? Okay. We go here. There's a calculator on my phone. And then I'll do some mathematics. Math. We got times 4 plus anything, 2.2. So that's about 530 for that yoke run. Whew, yeah, arm doesn't really want to raise up right now. There we go. Just some weakness deep inside of it. It's just tired from bench pressing. So hopefully on Friday when I do log clean and press again, it feels better. So we got a day, about 2 days to recover for that. But I'm going to take the weight off the yoke, put the yoke back, and or actually I should probably just do my front foot elevated stuff and then get signed off, because this one's already been going for an hour, so we need to get closer to the end. Ooh. Hope that picked up. Hope I also didn't scare anybody. Sorry about that. But what we got now are front foot elevated reverse lunges. So these are not fun at all. I'm not good at single leg exercises. My just from years and years of my knees are bad and other crap. But we're gonna do them. It's important to do your accessory work. They're kind of the things that those big lifts, your squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, whatever you're working on. Uh, uh, the your assistance lifts is, think about it as like your squat, your bench, your deadlift, your overhead press. Those are the main pretty things that look awesome. They provide a lot of strength and stuff, but the accessory lifts are what stabilizes and foundationalizes those squats, which are very, very, very important. I gotta take this phone call. I'll be right back. Gonna mute myself for a second. Well, guys, I have no idea what that was. I called them back and they didn't answer, so I don't quite know. So, what we got on the docket. So, yeah, Bill, they're similar. I'm not 100% sure. My brain's a little foggy right now. But starting, feet up on the box, you're going to take a step backwards, lunge as far deep as you can, and then stand your ass back up. So, we're going to go and hop on the first set of this. So, luckily, I'm only doing 5 each leg because I'm big and out of shape. So we'll see how these go. Am I wearing the right footwear for this? No, but we're about to find out. Ooh, there we go. All right, about 2 minutes of rest. Then we're going to do, I'll add a little weight to it, get a little extra resistance going on there, and third set a little bit heavier, and we'll do some stretches and call it a day. Whew. They felt pretty good, to be perfectly honest, which is nice. That is helpful. The first week when I was doing some more single leg unilateral work, my quads and my tendons were just so pissed off because I hadn't been exposed to that in a very, very, very long time. So overall, it's good that those are now starting to feel good and not uncomfortable and not painful. Because there are times where it's just, if those tendons, ligaments, tissue haven't been used or exposed to it or not, your muscle might be strong enough, but those things haven't adapted quite yet. So sometimes you got to ease yourself into it to let those supporting structural tissue recover and be ready to go at kind of full bore again. All right, we're going to do this. Probably not smart. That phone number's calling me again. Guys, I'm starting to get spam messages from people on Instagram. It's super exciting. Block. 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 I don't need them. I don't need them. And they're feeling all right, though, which is nice. So we're going to try this 30-pound med ball held at the chest, doing reverse front foot elevated lunges. The big thing here is making sure your foot's actually on there. Set 2 done. And I just realized I forgot to adjust the camera, so sorry about that. Whoopsies. We'll do it on the last set, I promise. Anyone got questions, concerns? Probably not. Yeah, you should clip. That should be the other one. How many times I forget my mouthpiece, and then how many times I forget to adjust the camera. Whew. Yeah, I remember I followed you. How you doing? King Nick 007. All right, I got one more set. I'm sweating a lot. That's good. Here we go. I've got multiple tattoos, King Nick. Multiple. I'm not going to show them all on stream right now. Or maybe ever. I don't know. We'll find out one day. But not today. So sorry about that. There we go. Whew. Oh, God. Do it with the stone next time? I don't know. That'd be a... I'll try the 90 next week when I got to do this. I'll try the 90-pound med ball. I know I can do it. I've done these holding a 125-pound dumbbell for 3 each leg. So I know that I was much stronger at that point, a little bit thicker as well. So we'll see. Maybe at one point that strength will be back in where I want it to be, but right now it's kind of not. So I'd love to be able to do it with an Atlas stone, but at that point you've got a little bit of a danger aspect of if you're going. I actually think the problem with the Atlas stone, it would be too big. Your knee would come up too high. You wouldn't be able to hold the stone in front of you. I think that's what would actually be the biggest issue, is trying to find how you would hold it. But it's like, yeah, the 90-pounder, or if I use the sandbag, the 130, 160 kilo sandbag, that'd blow my legs up pretty good. I've done those before, so maybe that's what I'll be working up to. That 30 didn't feel bad at all. It felt pretty easy. My thing was mainly balance. I was working on that. So overall, that was a pretty good session. Again, squats moved. I didn't think I was going to fail any of my reps. They felt very heavy. They felt slow, which is usually just a sign of accumulated fatigue from training, which makes sense since the final and heaviest week of my program will be next week. So it's a little bit lighter this week for stuff. which is good. So it's letting my body recover just a little bit. Even though it feels heavy, it's more or less because my body is currently at a point of training exhaustion and training fatigue. So all these, this is week 11, they've built up and they've built up on top of each other to build kind of an accumulated amount of stress. And then hopefully the plan is this week is a little bit lighter than it was. So it gives your body a chance to recover. Biggest things I need to do is stay on top of my hydration and my eating, try to get my sleep under control. That's been all over the place with some life changes I've gone through lately. So that's been interesting. So I need to not say so as much in my streaming. That's what I'm picking up. Or that. Right now, I'm very happy with how it is. Good example of this training fatigue paying off is 2 weeks ago, we did max deadlifts, and I lifted 200 kilos that week with my double overhand. It stood up, it went fast, but I could barely hold on to it at the top. It was a successful lift, but my grip just was failing. You could tell it. I went for one more after that, and it gave out right at the top. Last weekend was also another heavy deadlift week. So 3 weekends ago, or 3 weeks ago, it was heavy deadlift, and last weekend was heavy deadlift. And I pulled that same 200 kilos, and came up just as fast, and I held it at the top, was able to keep my grip on it, which is good. That's just showing that the musculature and nervous system's adapting to that stimulus and is making progress. So hopefully that's a good sign for the future. Definitely need to make sure I'm taking care of my body over the next this whole next week. I should be taking care of it all the time, but life gets in the way of that sometimes. But hydration, getting my calories in, and definitely trying to get enough sleep, which is hard to do, but definitely working on it right now. A lot of different things can affect strength. So whether it's your nutrition or your sleep or whatever, stress is also a huge factor. So, relationships, children, work, family, all of these things, other outside hobbies you do, those are all stressors in your life. That doesn't necessarily, a stressor doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just something that causes a stress stimulus in your body. But all those need to be taken into consideration. So if you're having a really, really crappy week, work's been hard, things have been crazy at home, not been sleeping well, maybe not been eating, your performance is going to go down when you're in the weight room or if you're training and stuff like that. So take that into consideration when you're training. Sometimes you got to adapt. Sometimes you just got to say, I can't go this heavy. That's what I was kind of looking at today when I did my warm-up sets. My original thought on my first set of 135 for those squats was if I go down and I stand up, that's good for my first rep, and I will decide whether I want to do a set of 3 or not. If it hadn't felt good or all right, I would have stopped right there and just said I'm not doing that top set of 3, and I would have probably just moved straight on to. I might have gone down in weight and just done something else to get that same movement done, but it felt all right. So I did perform the movement. Then I went on to the yoke. Definitely going to have to stretch this out, but overall it felt pretty good. So I'm happy with that, happy where things are feeling. That beltless, really equipmentless yoke walk was really, really good. I wouldn't be surprised if after another block of this training, if I started throwing belts on for that, I'd be well in the 700-pound range probably. I definitely think right now in proper footwear, I could probably walk a 600-plus pound yoke right now. Without a belt. So I think if I trained it and put more focus on it, geez, I am saying it a lot. I think I can get it down. The plan for the next block for that, at least, I wasn't planning on going heavy, but I'll probably do a couple weeks or at least 6 of the 12 weeks. I'm probably going to throw some yoke walk in there in addition on other days if it's not in the program, just to intentionally get used to it again. It's pretty common at strongman competition. So if out of nowhere I decided to do one this year, I'm at least going to be semi-confident in it. I usually don't do poorly on it as an event. Typically, I've done pretty well on it in competition for my weight class, but at the same time, I never really trained it, and I'll be an open middleweight guy now, so they are all beastly. They're all way more beastly than me, so I need to work on this weaknesses if I do decide to ever compete at that level again. So we'll see. Hopefully, my body heals up and I can get stronger. I know a lot of my lifts are competitive on that level of circuit. I'm not a bad stone loader. I'm not a bad yoke walker farmers or anything like that. The moving events I'm not horrible at. It's stuff like the pressing that really, really gets me, and some of the deadlift work. My body just doesn't like doing it. So we're working my way back up and really trying to make my strengths stronger and my weaknesses into strengths. So I know that's fairly basic and mundane type of coaching cue right there, but never ignore your strengths, but always train your weaknesses. With that, this is going to be probably the end of this old stream today. Tune in if you want. If you want, I know there's only 2 viewers. The plan is around 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'll be on my patio drinking coffee, regardless of the weather. I told myself that, so we're going to see what happens. If it's storming in the morning, my butt's going to be out on a patio getting stormed on. So tune in to see what happens. Again, follow me. Follow this page if you're not already. Anyone who comes in watches this later on, but follow this page. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get to 20 right now. I don't think we added anyone today. That's life. That's what it is. But big goal's 50. We want to get to that 50. So follow this page. Tell all your friends to follow it. If they're not following it, get on their phone, download Twitch, make them follow it. But also follow my social media. So if you look up Embark Performance Training on Instagram, you'll find it, or Matt Bark 1991. You'll find my own personal page. But that's what I got today. So try to get out there, do something, be somewhat active. I know most of the people who are in here either train with me or have a kind of active job. So Bill S. Preston, you've been pretty active today, I bet. But enjoy your day. Make the rest of your day as good as you can. Enjoy it. Get hydrated and get that good night of sleep. And for those of you who do tune in, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.